What's up, fam? Welcome back to episode 2 of the Solemn Strength vlog. Vlog. And episode 6 of the Solemn Strength podcast. Thank you for coming back. Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. Let's jump right back into it. So, for those of you who follow me on social media, you probably saw that yesterday evening, I concluded a 72-hour long fast, which basically means I didn't eat any food. I didn't really consume any calories. I did have a lot of water, mineral water, some black coffee, some tea, and I think that was about it. I chewed gum, but I didn't really eat any full meals or small meals or snacks. And that's something that was actually introduced to me by my friend Jeff Schub, down in Miami, Florida. On social media, Jeff, his name is The Urban Barefoot. This was something that he did and encouraged me to do a few months ago, and I was pretty interested because I had done intermittent fasting before. I had gone 12, 16, sometimes 24 hours without any food, but this was the first time that someone encouraged me to do more than a day. So I did it. The first day was pretty tough. The second day was also challenging, but on the third day, like Jeff said, I felt amazing. I felt a really unique sense of clarity that I had never really experienced before, and since then, I think I've done 5 or 6 72-hour fasts, and it's something that I intend to keep in my routine, my annual routine in some form or another going forwards. So the big reason why I like to do the fast is because something can occur which is called cellular autophagy. And my understanding of this is pretty limited as someone who's not a doctor. Jeff actually is a doctor. But what that is, with my understanding, is that once you refrain from having calories or nutrients, the damaged cells in your body, the damaged DNA, the damaged mitochondria that is already kind of weak and could potentially become cancerous or something like that, is effectively cleared away because it's been starved by you not having any food. So it reduces your risk of getting cancer pretty significantly, as well as a few other diseases, which I'm not as well versed on. But I would check out Jeff's social media on Instagram or Facebook. So again, he's at The Urban Barefoot, one word. Check him out. He's a super knowledgeable dude, and he's also very woke on the barefoot minimalist footwear movement. So the second piece that I want to talk about today is this thing that's in my nose here. So a lot of people have been asking me about this, and most people either assume or ask if it's like a septum piercing, but it's actually a nasal dilator. So I can take it out pretty easily. I don't know what to really liken it to for those of you listening. It's just like this little ring with 2 other small rings that I put in my nose to open up my nostrils and allow for more nasal breathing, which, according to some professionals and some experts in the field, is the optimal way that humans should breathe. Sorry, I'm putting it back in my nose. So we'll do a little story here. I grew up much less healthy than I am today, and there's a lot that goes into that, but I'm just going to focus on breathing and sleep for this conversation. So I was always really tired in school. I never felt like I had sufficient energy for taking tests or even doing activity, playing sports. I always felt a little tired, and I just kind of assumed that everyone else was also this tired, and it wasn't until a few years ago that I realized I was significantly more tired than my peers. So I don't know, maybe just through seeing things on social media, maybe reading things, I kind of figured out that maybe I wasn't breathing optimally, and I kind of figured out that I couldn't breathe through my left nostril very well. So I went and I met with a specialist who told me I had a pretty severely deviated septum, which a few months down the road they surgically corrected. And it did make a difference, but not a massive difference. And then I found out about this company called RhinoMed, and they make nasal dilators for athletic purposes and also for sleeping purposes. So the one that I use is actually the sleep one, This one's called Mute, just Mute. But they make another more robust version that's like bright yellow that's called the Turbine, which is generally advertised towards like cyclists and endurance athletes. And I've used that one before. They both pretty much feel the same to me. The Mute I actually found at a pharmacy in my town, so it was just convenient, but I would like to try the Turbine again at some point in the future. So anyway, after using this thing like a couple times, I realized it significantly enhanced my breathing. My energy felt a lot higher throughout the day, and so now I just wear this thing all the time. I wear it to sleep. I wear it when I exercise. In fact, when I ran my half marathon and for all of my running, I wear this thing and I keep my mouth closed the entire time. I don't want to go too deep into nasal breathing because there are people that can give a way better version of what I'm about to say. But from what I understand, mouth breathing is something that causes physiological or central nervous system distress. It kind of makes us feel like we're operating at a higher gear than we need to. So I have been running at a pace where I can comfortably breathe in and out of my nose. And if I feel the need to breathe in my mouth, I reduce my pace. I think that's a huge reason why I've been able to stick with running, because in the past I was definitely mouth breathing and I would get winded within 5 minutes, 6 minutes, 7 minutes, and then I would stick with it. But I think the running, or just the activity, however you want to look at it, became anaerobic because I was in such a high stress, what felt like a fight or flight type of situation. Whereas now when I'm running, I feel like I can keep my heart rate down. I can conserve energy. I've run for 2 hours and 19 minutes at this point, and I feel like I could probably run as long as 3 or 4 hours, so long as I'm adhering to a pace where I can maintain nasal breathing. So my sleep is way better. My athletic performance is way better. I just feel more energy. So if you're someone who thinks you could be sleeping better, or thinks maybe you think you're mouth breathing at times when you should be nasal breathing, try nasal breathing, definitely. And if you're not having a lot of success, then maybe check out the Mute, check out the Turbine. I will link them in some way on social media. It's really been a big game changer for me, and it's something I'll include in my preparation and running probably forever, because my nose is just small and I still have difficulty breathing in the left nostril here. All right, last thing. So I'm obviously on a computer a lot. I'm on my phone a lot. And I've been wanting to try blue light blocking glasses, but I didn't want to pay like $100 because I just felt like it was unnecessary. And then my buddy Casey told me about this cool company called Nectar, who I picked up a pair of blue light blocking glasses from recently. I've been using them for about a week, and they are legitimately another game changer, kind of like the Turbine here. Within the first couple nights, I put these on at like an hour before I was going to go to bed. And not that I have too much difficulty falling asleep. Maybe it takes me 20 or 30 minutes. On the nights where I was wearing these glasses, I could fall asleep legitimately within like 5 minutes, 10 minutes max. So I've been putting these on now like 2 hours before I'm going to go to sleep, sometimes even if I'm still working or whatever. And it's made a big difference. Just another contributor to sleep. I think sleep is massively important. That's something Nick at the Foot Collective and I think Dr. Matt Walker talks a lot about. So that's something I feel like I was missing out on for a lot of my life, and now it's in a much better place and everything else is benefiting because of it. So if you're looking to try blue light blocking glasses, but you don't want to spend a ton of money, Nectar makes a really great pair. I think they have a few different pairs, but this is just like a standard black rimmed pair. So I think they're only like 35 or 40 bucks. Give them a shot if you have difficulty falling asleep. And I think that's it for today. Thank you very much for watching. Thank you very much for listening. If you enjoy the podcast, you can give it a rating or a review. I guess same thing with the YouTube video. But we're going to keep this going. Let me know if you have anything in particular you'd like me to address or talk about. Hope everyone's having a great week. Talk to you guys soon.